Good morning, YouTube. From Robert Firestone of Flyover State of West Virginia. To start, happy birthday, Mr. President. Yes, Trump. Yes, President. 45. What direction we need to go under, maybe 19. I'll be glad. Wish you all the care and all the prayers that needs to go forward in all this and get wrapped up. And all the foolishness that will be coming to an end hopefully soon. Quote Mark Twain. I received this not too long ago. My birthday was the 8th of June. So Mark Twain's quote, if I get it correctly, but I think 90% of it will be right. It is easier to fool a person than it is to convince them they've already been fooled. And man, if that don't lay some truth down, I don't know what does. To all my brothers and sisters out here that needs the red pill, being that the Matrix only showed 2 of the 3, and the black one is going to be a whole hard pill for a lot of people to swallow when it comes to the truth about how sick and disgusting, with a life of rose-colored glasses that we've all wore, thinking one way and things being totally different, things being hidden in plain sight, so good that we pay them no mind. Main reason I got on here was to wish Trump a happy birthday, and I understand if being that you did not concede, you have a way forward in that. Being now, once all these states stand up and the evidence starts pouring out, you will be able to contest these elections, and the states will help you back them up. Or I hope. Man's fickle. Man and his ways of being is so easily swayed sometimes, and it seems like most that's highly educated is so easily manipulated, it's not funny. The more papers they got hanging on the wall, it seems like the dumber they get. Not all, but most. Especially when we see the circus that we see daily. And the people that's supposed to report on the circus, the mainstream media, is just as bad as the circus. But anyway, happy birthday, Mr. Trump, Mr. President Trump. That's how I see it. And nobody can take that from me. I had a long, drawn-out conversation with an individual about opinions. Opinions is only as good as if they're true or not. And everybody has an opinion, just like everybody's born with this thing we call buttholes. So for someone just to say something, don't make it so. But there's so many people out here that take what they hear as being gospel. It's not funny. My critical thinking, since all of this got started, has gotten way deep. It's like all of these so-called hacks going on. Start with the power grid. It's more than 60-70% antiquated. I think that's the right word for it. It's they've been sticking the money in their pockets for so long and not keeping up the infrastructure of it that it pushes it back more than 70 years. And I went and looked for myself and even had a conversation with one of the AEP employees back some years back out of Roanoke, Virginia, tell me that the neighborhood I was living in was 50 years behind times. Okay? For hackers to hack into analog, something that takes days to make it work, I just, a lot of people buy into a lot of baloney. That was the same thing as soon as I heard about the 5,000 miles of pipeline. Okay, I was a plumber for 20 years. I know that was BS too, because there's these things called bypasses that's got to be there. And if they're not, they don't get to open. Or I guess I'm thinking strangely, maybe, I don't know. That was what the pipeline, like I said, these bypass valves has to be put in, and it takes these to make them work. So there's two not so much truth in what was said. Three, with the meat thing, what was these people doing before there was a computer? I believe they have orders. I believe they have records. I believe they have trucks to get the orders to their customers. So that again is some big BS. Me and my fiance watch a lot of different things on YouTube. She's gotten fascinated here recently with how much food is being thrown in dumpsters. And more than 80% of these people are showing the dates on these things being anywhere from a week or two out before they're supposed to be thrown away. So there's a lot of BS going on out here and been going on out here. And I know as a Christian person, and a lot of people don't want to call me that because they have their own perception and opinion of what a Christian's supposed to be. Okay. But I know for a fact it's going to be almost impossible to get rid of all evil off this earth, because we have the inherent part in us to be completely loving or completely ignorant and stupid, and comes with a lot of psychopathic tendencies on the same behalf. I know our military is a must, okay, but I also know by people that told me, I almost joined twice in my life, but I also understand that if you're not mentally broke down to become something that you was not when you walked through them doors, you don't succeed at graduating and becoming a military person. Then, after you do your time, or hell, you make it a career, the ones that's true with themselves understands. Even my father told me the same thing. They give you something, but at the same time, something's taken away from you, and you're not so happy about what was taken and the gift that was given. A lot of times, a lot of people are not. My cousin said this. 3 other friends told me this, along with my father. So it's a reprogramming effort. I understand that. You break the person mentally down, then put them back in a status to where you, as a military, can be useful to them. But anyway, I'll get off here pretty quick because I'm only allowed 15 minutes at a time. And being my First Amendment right, main thing was I just want to get on here, whether you ever see it or not, Mr. President. Happy birthday. And I know that I don't think that really makes a big difference in your life, being who you are and what's been going on, and you're a busy individual. But I did take the time to get on here and babble a little bit. and wish you a birthday, or wish you a happy birthday. May the Lord keep a hedge of protection over you, your family, and all the white hats that's trying to bring the rightful ruler back into his seat, known as God. Because for a very long time, that appearance of God has been there. Appearance only. The actual true being has been pretty much snuffed out up until what's going on now in the last 4 years, for the ones that has seen it and understood it, which there's still a lot of people that they think somehow or another that government don't interfere with their lives, but they got bills they've got to pay, car payments, etc., etc. They do banking, and all of this is built by the same system, but they think they're disconnected from it. That, to me, is just, that made me scratch my head. That's all I can say. Anyway, take it easy and have a good birthday, whether they want you to or not.